Let me tell y'all something, man. I've been blessed to meet a lot of folks in my life. I done sat down with millionaires, preachers, single moms, and folks just trying to figure life out. But there's something I keep coming back to lately, this difference in how women live, believe, and carry themselves in faith. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't here to tell you who's right or wrong. I'm here to talk truth. See, I've been thinking about the difference between Christian women and Muslim women, not the clothes, not the food, not the holidays. Now I'm talking mindset. I'm talking what shapes them, what drives them, what gives them peace in a world that don't make no sense half the time. And let me tell you right now, both sides, they got something powerful to teach the other. This ain't no competition. This is a bridge. And bridges, my friend, don't stand on one side. They stand between. Now look, one thing that really caught my eye, modesty. See, in the Muslim world, modesty is deep. It ain't just about what you wear. It's about how you move, how you carry yourself. Muslim women grow up learning that their body is sacred, not for show, not for approval, but for protection. And man, in this world today where everybody's trying to get clicks, likes, and followers by showing more skin than sense, that right there, that's bold. That's a quiet kind of rebellion. When a woman says, nah, I'm good, I choose to cover up, that's not oppression, that's control. That's ownership. That's a woman saying, you don't define me by what you see, you define me by who I am. Now, over on the Christian side, it's a mixed bag. Some women still hold that old school modesty, long skirts, church every Sunday, raising them babies with faith. Others, they live more free, go to church on Sunday, but post a little bikini pic on Monday. And guess what? They both love God. They both trying to do right. That's what's wild about faith today. It's personal now. But with that freedom comes confusion. Folks asking what's too much, what's not enough. So yeah, one side teaches structure, the other teaches freedom, but both sides are searching for the same thing, peace in a noisy world. See, where I come from, family means something, and in a lot of Muslim homes, that value is carved in stone. They don't see taking care of family as a burden. They see it as honor. A Muslim woman will tell you straight up, if I care for my parents, if I raise my kids right, if I keep my home in peace, I'm winning in life. Now, in the Western Christian world, that story done shifted. The message now is go find yourself, chase your dreams, be independent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ambition is beautiful, but too much independence can get lonely. You can have freedom and still feel empty if you don't have something bigger than you to hold on to. Muslim women find structure in faith, a clear path, clear duty, clear purpose. Christian women find opportunity, the freedom to move, to change cities, to chase dreams. Both got something powerful. But listen, one without the other leaves a hole. Freedom without faith gets lost. Faith without freedom gets frustrated. The real balance. That's the bridge. Now let's talk about this word right here, empowerment. Lord, everybody using it these days. But see, empowerment looks different depending on where you stand. Some folks look at Muslim women and think, oh, they oppressed. Nah, baby, go meet a real Muslim woman. Sit with her. Listen to her talk about her faith, her discipline, her purpose. You gonna walk away humble. I've met hijabi women who are doctors, lawyers, professors, and they'll tell you, I wear this because I choose to. That's not oppression, that's conviction. Now, Christian women, especially in America, they got a different kind of power. The freedom to explore, to question, to evolve. They can walk into a church one day, a boardroom the next, and hold both spaces with grace. That's a gift too, but let's keep it real. Both women, when they live by choice, are powerful. They just wear that strength different. One wraps it in fabric, the other wears it out loud, but both walk with purpose. See, real empowerment ain't about rebellion. It's about ownership. It's about saying, this is who I am, and I ain't apologizing for it. Now we gotta go there, talk about love and marriage. In Islam, dating is serious business. Ain't no playing games. It's purpose or nothing. They believe your heart ain't a toy. You don't hand it to everybody who smiles at you. You wait for something real, something God bless. And man, that wisdom hits deep, cause too many folks today build trauma before they build families. But now, look at the Western world. Christian women growing up in this culture of try it out. See what happens, keep your options open. And when they hit their 30s, they start asking, where are all the good men? See, that's what happens when the world teaches you to sample everything but commit to nothing. Muslim women, on the flip side, sometimes got too much structure. Families choosing for communities pressuring them to marry early. So they're fighting the other battle, how to find love without losing their voice. Both sides got lessons for each other. Maybe the answer ain't total freedom or total control. Maybe it's guided choice, a love that honors both the soul and the self. Let me tell you something real. Life gonna always pull you between structure and freedom. That's the story of both these women. Muslim women got structure, prayer times, family roles, expectations. That structure gives them peace, but it can also feel heavy sometimes, like the world already decided who they're supposed to be. Christian women got the opposite, freedom to define themselves. But too much freedom, that's a heavy load too. Cause when you the one making all the rules, you the one carrying all the pressure. Ain't nobody to lean on but yourself. So you got one woman trying to escape the cage and another trying to build one for safety. And the truth is both of them are tired of explaining themselves, tired of being misunderstood, tired of choosing between peace and freedom. See, structure without freedom is prison. Freedom without structure is chaos. But when you mix them right, that's peace. That's faith with balance. That's the bridge, baby. Now let me tell y'all something, life ain't easy when you're trying to balance structure and freedom. Muslim women grow up inside a framework, rules, values, rituals, and that can feel tight sometimes, but it gives them direction. It's like a GPS for the soul. You know where you're going, you know why you're doing what you do. But in the Western world, Christian women often live with the opposite. Too much freedom. And don't get me wrong, freedom's a beautiful thing until it becomes confusion. When everything's optional, when every truth is negotiable, when your morals shift with the culture, that's when you lose your compass. See, structure without heart becomes control, but freedom without purpose becomes chaos. Muslim women got a map. Christian women got wings. One's learning how to breathe inside the system, and the other's learning how to fly without culture. And both of them are asking the same question. How do I stay true to myself in a world that's pulling me in every direction? That's the struggle, baby. And it's real on both sides. You ever seen somebody pray with real focus? I'm talking about the kind of prayer that stops time. Muslim women, they do that 5 times a day. That's not just a habit, that's a rhythm for the soul. It's discipline that builds peace. It's saying the world can wait, my creator comes first. Now that kind of devotion gives you strength the gym can't build and therapy can't buy. Then on the Christian side, it's more emotional. It's about connection, about love, about that deep conversation with Jesus. Hands lifted, tears rolling, hearts open. It's raw, it's real. One path is built on structure, the other on intimacy. But let me tell you something, both can bring peace if you live in with honesty. The danger ain't in the faith, it's in forgetting why you got it. See, in this noisy world full of TikToks, headlines, and arguments, faith is that quiet place you run back to when the world gets too loud. Muslim, Christian, don't matter. You find peace when you kneel, not when you scroll. Man, let me tell you, some of the strongest women I've ever met don't need to shout to be heard. I've met Muslim women who walk into a room covered from head to toe and the air changes. That ain't silence, that's presence. That's confidence that don't need applause. And I've met Christian women too who walk with that same glow, soft-spoken but strong enough to move mountains with their faith. Real strength ain't in rebellion, it's in self-control. It's in knowing who you are when the world tries to tell you who to be. See, both sides got women who are redefining power. They ain't buying what the culture's selling. They're saying, I can be smart, I can be faithful, I can be me, and I don't gotta apologize for it. And that right there, that's what scares weak men. A woman who knows her words don't need permission. She's got peace, and peace is louder than pride. Now look, I ain't blind to what's happening out here. The world's changing faster than we can blink. You got Muslim girls in Dubai dressing like Hollywood influencers and Christian girls in Texas learning Arabic phrases off TikTok. And neither of them even know what they're saying. That's how global this noise has become. Social media's got women comparing, competing, and questioning themselves 24/7. It's wild, man. Faith used to be the anchor, now culture's the current. And if you ain't grounded, you get swept away. But the real ones, they know how to stand still in the storm. They use faith like roots. They say, I'm in this world, but I ain't owned by it. The world rewards confusion, but God rewards conviction. And if you ain't got conviction, you gonna end up floating in a sea of likes and filters, wondering who you really are. Now this one's deep, y'all. Motherhood. Man, that's sacred ground. In Islam, a mother's honor is so high that paradise is said to be under her feet. You raise a righteous child. You build a generation. That's legacy. That's power. Muslim women carry that with pride, but some of them also want to dream big, build businesses, chase careers, and the community sometimes says pick one. That ain't fair, cause women can hold both. Softness and ambition, faith and fire. Christian women face a different kind of pressure. The world tells them motherhood slows you down. You wasting your potential. But let me tell you, raising a child ain't slowing down. It's shaping souls, and that's a full-time purpose. Both sides got it tough. Both sides fight judgment. But deep down, every woman just wants balance, to nurture and to grow, to love, and to live fully without apology. You don't need to pick a box, baby. You just need to know your purpose. Cause when a woman knows why she's doing what she's doing, she's unstoppable, whether she's rocking a hijab or a Sunday dress. Now let me tell you something about education, man. It's a double-edged sword. In the Muslim world, I've seen sisters breaking every stereotype you can name. Doctors, engineers, professors, running companies, winning awards, all while holding tight to their faith. That's power. But here's the twist. Even with all that knowledge, some of them still ain't allowed to make choices for themselves. They can be top of their class, but still treated like a child when it comes to marriage or independence. That's the tension. Brains without freedom. On the other side, Christian women got the freedom, but they pay a price too. The higher they climb in education, the more the world whispers faith is old-fashioned. God's a myth. Tradition is weakness. So they get smarter but emptier, more educated but less anchored. It's like filling the mind while the soul goes hungry. See, education is supposed to elevate you, not erase you. Whether you're in a hijab or blazer, it's about balance, keeping your intellect sharp and your spirit alive. Cause knowledge without faith becomes pride, and faith without knowledge becomes fear. You need both to walk tall in this world. Now this one's tricky, y'all. Gender roles. Who? That's a battlefield these days. In Islam, the framework's clear. The man provides, the woman nurtures. When both do it with love and respect, it works beautifully. But the world ain't that simple anymore. Now you got women working, earning, building, and that's beautiful. But it raises a real question. If I'm helping hold the house up, do I still gotta bow my head down? Christian women wrestle with it too. The roles done flipped in a lot of homes. Sometimes she's the breadwinner, sometimes he's the homemaker, and both are trying to figure out what leadership and submission even mean anymore. See, when love turns into a power struggle, everybody loses. What God intended as a partnership, the world turned into a debate. Love ain't about who's in charge, it's about who's in harmony. A real man don't feel small cause his woman's strong, and a real woman don't lose her softness when she's powerful. It's about complementing, not competent. Cause when faith leads the house, ego can't burn it down. Now listen close, cause this one right here, this one's about the future. What kind of world are we handing to our daughters? Are we raising them to chase likes or to chase purpose? Are we teaching them that beauty's in filters or that beauty's in faith, in kindness, in grit? Muslim and Christian women both carry that legacy weighed heavy on their shoulders. They're not just fighting for their rights, they're fighting for their roots. Cause this new generation, they tired, man. Tired of the noise, tired of the pressure, tired of trying to be perfect for a crowd that don't even care. That's why the bridge matters. It ain't about who's right or wrong. It's about walking side by side towards something real. Muslim girls, Christian girls, all of them, they don't need to compete. They need to connect. They need to look at each other and say, I see you. I may not live like you, but I understand your struggle. I respect your faith. That's how we build the bridge. One woman, one story, one prayer at a time. So let me end it like this. The bridge ain't just a metaphor. It's a mission. It's the space where understanding replaces judgment, where a woman in hijab and a woman in heels can sit at the same table, talk heart to heart, and say, sis, we both fighting different battles, but we fighting for the same peace. See, faith ain't supposed to divide people. It's supposed to define how we love. And love, when it's rooted in truth, don't care what label you wear. It just builds. It connects. It heals. So if you hear nothing else from me today, hear this. Stop looking for sameness. Start looking for sincerity. You ain't gotta agree to understand. You just gotta listen. Cause the real power, the kind that changes generations, don't come from shouting or scrolling. It comes from building bridges strong enough for truth to walk across. And maybe, just maybe, that's what God's been trying to tell us all along.